Now, you've been meaning to send that email for 6 days. It would take 4 minutes. You know exactly what to say, and yet, somehow, today isn't the day either. This isn't about that one email. It's about whatever you're avoiding right now, no matter how small it sounds out loud. Not because you're lazy, because some part of your brain has decided that avoiding it is the safer move. Ask most people why they procrastinate, and you get the same answer every time. Bad discipline, poor time management, laziness. It's the explanation we reach for because it requires nothing else to explain, except it doesn't hold up. You cleaned the whole kitchen today, answered 40 other emails, handled 3 things that were objectively harder than this one. If it were really about discipline, it should be evenly distributed. It isn't. You're not avoiding effort. You're avoiding something specific. In the 1940s, psychologist O. H. Mowrer described a 2-step loop that explains most avoidance. First, something triggers an uncomfortable feeling. Second, avoiding it makes that feeling disappear immediately. That relief is what gets learned, not the task. The relief. Psychologists call this experiential avoidance, the attempt to get rid of an unwanted internal feeling even when it costs you later. It's one of the most replicated patterns in clinical psychology, showing up across anxiety, depression, and beyond. Reviews pulling together dozens of these studies, like the one published by Chawla and Ostafin in 2007, found the same pattern again and again across completely different problems. People trying not to feel anxious, not to feel sad, not to feel inadequate. And a separate review by Kashdan and colleagues linked this same avoidance pattern to lower life satisfaction overall, not just in the moment you're avoiding something, but as a kind of ongoing tax on how good life feels. Here's the trap. Sometimes you don't even avoid the task outright. You check the inbox obsessively without answering. You research the problem endlessly without deciding. Psychologists call these safety behaviors. They lower the dread for a moment, but they never let you find out the feared outcome wasn't going to happen. So the anxiety never actually gets tested. It just gets managed over and over. And once you know what to look for, you start seeing the same loop everywhere. The gym bag that's been packed and sitting by the door for 2 weeks, the bank statement you haven't opened, the conversation with a friend you know needs to happen, gently rescheduled for the 3rd time. Different task, same mechanism. A feeling shows up. Avoiding it makes the feeling go quiet. And the brain quietly notes, that worked, do it again next time. To be fair, avoidance isn't always the villain. Stepping back from real danger is exactly what this same system is built for. And most of the research behind this comes from clinical settings, not everyday desks. So applying it to ordinary procrastination is a reasonable extension, not an identical finding. What's well established is the mechanism. What's less tested is exactly how far it stretches into daily life. So here's what it means. You're not procrastinating on the email. You're avoiding whatever feeling writing it produces in you. Dread of the reply, fear of getting it wrong, the discomfort of an unresolved conversation. The task was never the obstacle. The feeling was. Think about the actual moment you decide not to do it. It's rarely a conscious choice about priorities. It's faster than that. A flicker of discomfort, and then, almost before you notice, you're doing something else instead. The task didn't get harder. The feeling just won quietly before you even argued with it. You're not bad at your to-do list. You're just really good at avoiding one specific feeling on it. Next time you catch yourself avoiding something small, try two things. First, name the feeling instead of the flaw. Ask, what would I actually feel right now if I did this? Instead of, why am I so lazy? And naming it usually shrinks it. Second, don't aim for the whole task. Aim for 2 minutes of it. Not because 2 minutes will finish anything, but because the loop this whole episode has been describing only needs one thing to break. Proof that starting doesn't cost what your brain thinks it costs. Once you've started, the feeling you were avoiding has usually already happened, and it was smaller than the version your brain was avoiding. That email is still sitting there? Maybe write the first line, not the whole thing, just the first line. That's one more piece of being human. Decoded.